listening to the KG Says. I'm Kurt.
And I'm Gordo.
And today we're going to be reviewing the game TowerFall Ascension. Now, if you're not familiar with our review structure, the way we review games, we're going to keep a running total of where we think the game's kind of at so far throughout the video. And then at the end, we're going to give our final personalized reviews. So we're going to start off with the campaign here, and this is something that Gordo has a lot of experience, so I'm going to let him talk more on this.
So how the campaign kind of works here, it's pretty simple with the retro style here, but so you've got stages obviously, and then you got levels. So the stages work in 5 stages per level, and it's pretty nice because it keeps it nice and long, and it's kind of fun there too, considering it's a retro game, and the fact that it's an arcade game. You don't want to buy something, because the fact that this game in the store is about $20. I mean, it's kind of spendy, so you kind of want to make sure you get your money's worth out of it. But I definitely, in my opinion, it's definitely money's well spent there. But as you can see right now, I'm kind of just playing here. There's quite a different enemies, nothing too crazy, but a lot of fun, definitely a lot of fun. And the stages, definitely there's probably about 10 full stages, so, and then there's like a boss fight at the end, which is definitely cool for a retro game there.
Right, and if you're considering, is this game worth my money, Gordo was talking about the replayability factor.
The difficulties you change. When you change a difficulty, the levels are going to get a little different, just because of the fact that it's going to get more intense, and it's definitely like once you beat it on normal, you're like, oh, now I can go into hardcore, which is definitely nice. It's definitely pretty cool here. But so for now, right now, we're gonna transition to some co-op on story here. So I mean, this doesn't get too crazy here,
So right off the bat, we're looking at 4 players. That's gonna move our indicator up 4 points for us. Game's at a 4 right about now. Though I did notice earlier that you're playing with arrows, not AK-47, so we're going to have to drop it down a point, because love the AK-47. Alright, so 4 players, and you can play online in co-op, am I right in that? Yeah, okay. So ability to play co-op online, so you can either connect with your friends or connect with your friends that are thousands of miles away. And it makes for a really great game because it's real simple. It's not something that you get really ragey at. It's not on that level as Call of Duty. It's something that you can have fun with, but you can also kind of, play with your friends and have a good time. So what we're seeing right now is me and Gordo playing the game, playing some co-op, just going through 6 stages, and it can get a little hectic. You're not really seeing that yet right now. A lot of the maps are very cool. They might get a little bit repetitive, but some of them you'll see later on, they start to move a little bit. And so the maps are definitely fun, and that's just one small aspect of how great this game actually really is.
Yeah, and so honestly, here is you can see with the amount of players, it's pretty obvious. It's gonna get a lot harder, and the enemies are gonna start spawning in more. So it definitely makes for a challenge if you think it's a little too easy. Mm-hmm. Definitely kick it into some co-op play there.
And now I think we should probably move on to my personal favorite part of the game, which is the versus mode. Not really playing on the same team in this one, so you can have up to 4 players again, also online, which makes the game great. Really, really pretty enjoyable. The fact that you have all these different variants, we showed that real briefly, but we might show more a little bit later on. Just the fact that you can go up against other people and really mess with other people, stuff like that. I'm going to bring the score up to 2 more points right now, so we're at a +5.
Yeah, so I'm going to bring that score up just 1 more there, +1, so make it 6, because in my opinion here, the variants go such a long ways. So, I mean, we'll get more into it, but just looking at here, you kind of saw there that we have reflective arrows, and we have, stuff that changes the level atmosphere, which is just awesome. It makes it harder to play. And also here, the gameplay mechanics here too. My friend here just obviously Kurt catching that and just smacking me on the head.
Catching it and bringing it down.
Dude, yeah. See, so it makes it fun and challenging. It's not like some retro games where it's just like press 1 button. I mean, this is pretty close to simple, but at the same time though, it keeps it a little hard,
And you can get skilled at it, is what we're kind of saying too.
Yeah, definitely. And so it's definitely a lot of fun. obviously the game modes here, pretty self-explanatory. You got team deathmatch, and then you got right now we got Last Man Standing, King of the Hill, but Last Man Standing right here is what we're playing here. Last Man Standing, a lot of fun. Obviously, it's just you get one shot. Well, you don't get one shot, but it's a one-shot kill for the win. And then it's like you can tally it up to however many you want to win the round. For the arrows, we have a whole bunch of reflective arrows, which is a lot of fun. I mean, you can definitely shoot around and obviously kill yourself with them.
Yeah, and you see that purple stuff coming in at the end there. That's to make sure that the round doesn't go on too long. It's gonna come in and pretty much smush you. So that's another fun aspect of the game.
Keeps it intense,
and really it makes sure things like that and all the variants. You're making sure that no two games are really ever gonna be the same. When you're playing this game, it's always gonna be a different story every time you play it with your friends and stuff like that. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, also with some of the stuff here though, when you start playing further, it's pretty nice though, because let's say you're bad at the game, and Kurt and I aren't the best, but since I'm doing bad, they'll give you like a handicap. I mean, they'll give you like a shield, and the other guy will get less arrows. So it kind of makes it fair. It's kind of nice though. I mean, I don't know, it depends how good you are at the game, but it keeps it more challenging for the guy that's better. So it's a lot of fun if you're playing in a 4-player match and one guy's just dominating it. You get a better chance at it. So it's definitely a lot of fun.
So I think it's about the time that we're gonna give our own individual personalized reviews. Right now we have the running total at a +6. For me personally, Kurt, I'm gonna raise that up to about a 8.5 for me. That's where I'm gonna settle on this game. I think it's a beautiful arcade game, well worth the money, playable for hours, playable with your friends, and it's something that you can have a lot of fun with. That said, I mean, it's still an arcade game. If I were to be stranded on a desert island, not the game necessarily that I'd bring with me, if I only had one choice, but it's still a beautiful, replayable game, and that's why it's got an 8.5 in my book.
So I'm gonna give it a 9. He's definitely got a point. It's got its downs because it's not the biggest game. It's not full of crazy stuff you can do there, but there is things you can do, and it like I said, the story changes a bit from the difficulty, and they do frequently a lot of updates to this, which is always awesome. Keeping a game alive is really what it's about, especially when you buy these games. But I'm giving it a 9 ultimately because I believe the versus mode is so much fun with all the variants you can do. The co-op mode, you can go up to 4 players in both modes there. That just keeps it awesome. And the fact that it's a hard game, that goes a long ways for me. I like games that are hard because then it makes me more time to put more time into the game. So then I feel like my purchase is a lot better. But yeah, that'll be that's kind of my final score there.
All right. Well, thank you so much for listening, and hope you enjoy the game.